I wanted to become more relevant because I think at the end of the day, if I want to advance in my career path and being like a good product manager, it's more about solving a problem. But the word solving a problem is very abstract, and what I could look into is money. So money is something that everybody uses on an everyday basis, and then the money itself represent it's a sort of a numeric representation of how big the problem is and how urgent that problem is and how relevant that problem is. So I think relevancy is something that I'm aiming for. So which was like, okay, how can I be more relevant and how can I find a really niche scope that I could tap into that I already have some tool available that I could piece things together and just really get my name out. So of course I could take off my pants and put myself on YouTube or TikTok, for that matter, but it doesn't matter because nobody's going to convert from that. Maybe somebody is going to know me for a few days, but that's all. So I got into, I was thinking of, okay, I write Medium articles, and I was very curious of, because I don't know how to improve other than looking at my own articles. I could write a lot and then learn from it, but it doesn't mean that I know what the bigger picture looks like. And definitely nobody's actually doing that because it's a very close space. All of the insights that we could get is from writing gurus, where they have, they show their own dashboard saying, I have 10 millions of views for the last half a year. And of course, I take their word very seriously because their word, their followers are exactly 100% of what they're doing, and that's very credible. But I would say, yeah, great. On top of that, why don't we take it on a more objective approach where we look into data, look into numbers, and look into the trend? So there's no Google Analytic. There's no any analytical tool that is tapping inside Medium. And I was actually working on a scraping project for a customer so she came from Bahamas, and then the Bahamas island, and she was looking at building a Yelp for that region. So she was looking at how I could actually help her build an MVP. And one of the things that I sort of rejected her initial idea is, I don't want to build MVP for you, but I want to help you build a case for you to pitch VC so that you could get your project started without pitching or investing all your money into it, because I think validation is very important. So it got me into thinking, okay, how can I do scraping, and then what can I do with it? And after that, we got a tool. We got a scraping tool. It's very powerful. Well, it's very easy to use. So it's something. It's a Chrome extension. I think it's called Web Crawler or something like that. Which I could.
Oh, I think I've heard about that one.
Yeah. After that, I was like, okay, damn, I could use that to expand my business because startups are very bad at that, and startups doesn't know how to do like research. And I was like, okay, maybe one stone is we could expand my own business as like a new venture to help business validate their idea and really understand what data looks like. And then the second footing is really expand my reach, and how can I be more relevant is, since I only focus on product management because that's my theme, but nevertheless I already got 40K of articles or 40K of posts and 9,000 unique authors. Is it 9,000? No, 17,000 unique authors, and basically 4,000 of publications. And I think that's very highly relevant. Like, I know there's going to be like a 10% or 5% only of those that are very actively engaged, but nevertheless, it's still, a ripple effect. And I was saying, okay, if I could provide something that's very useful for them, even in the most slightest way, like I don't think this is going to make or break their bank, but it would be very interesting, of a very sort of an interesting insight for them to have a peek at how they do their work and how they could improve their performance, or even just be aware of the space that they are in, and just be enlightened. So yeah, and I thought, okay, if I want to, this is sort of a attempt for me to tap into data analytic in terms of using tools like this. So like Tableau, Business BI, and Google Data Studio are something that I was very interested in because I think that's a very weak spot for a lot of startups or even a lot of companies is that they don't use data or they don't know how to use data to understand their problem. And this is a way for me to show that how valuable this is. And I think it's just 2 3 weeks of work because of how slow the scraper is. But regardless of that, the time that I spent on actually producing this report, like without the scraping part, is probably about a week. So a week of time, I could already be relevant in so many points and so many levels. That's huge.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like, I mean, I love what I'm hearing, and props to you, like, for
Mm-hmm.
putting in for all this work. And the couple things that I want to say is that, like, I think this is gonna, like, I think it's like gold. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
think it's huge. And like, in the couple of ideas that I have, like, I'm like, okay, like, if Ivan is like not that big now, like on Medium or LinkedIn, like, so
Mm-hmm.
like it might not explode at the beginning, but as you're right, like,
Mm-hmm.
there's gonna be like one or two articles that you hit really like I get a home run,
Mm-hmm.
and then once they read that article, like let's say one article of yours that gets like a few thousand like claps or like
Mm-hmm.
spikes. Like let's say your average is like 300 or whatever, and then
Mm-hmm.
it spikes like 4K, 5K. They will, it's like recommendation, right? Like they will like either follow you or something like that, and they're one way or another,
Mm-hmm.
this will be like the thing they also check out, and like once they check it out, they're gonna be like, oh my god, like like this is huge. So, like I feel like it might not spike at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
but then like over time, this is gonna like really like spike, like really like become like a thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
people use it as like a bible, like for PM like medium stuff, like like because I mean it's great, like and it's like
Mm-hmm.
probably like on Data Studio, like it's. I mean, if you're tech savvy, it's like relatively like very straightforward to use too.
Mm-hmm.
So like anybody can use it, and it's like, and the fact that you were like diversifying, and like I honestly didn't even think about it, like you diversified the language. So
Mm-hmm.
like if you can market this in like as in like maybe post it in like even like I can help you to translate this in Russian because like,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw that it was like Russian was like one of the top languages, Ukrainian. So
Exactly.
like you were like now like you're like in like so many different markets that like
Mm-hmm.
you have so much more like potential to like jump like and like skyrocket this like like this thing. So like that
Absolutely.
was really cool because like originally when you told me that about the idea and like I saw first draft, I didn't even think about like really like doing it in all languages, but like I think
Mm-hmm.
that's great because let's say you get, and chances are you get the biggest like click rate or whatever will be through the English
Mm-hmm.
speaking, English writing, English reading people. But then you're also gonna get so many like random like clicks and like audience like out of nowhere, like like Finland, Sweden, like
Mm-hmm.
Sweden, like Russia, Ukraine, like, and it's like now you're talking like an actual like a personal brand that is like international, like, and it really is like not just like, oh yeah, like international, but like it really is international because you get like followers and like you get contacts and like
Mm-hmm.
network like with really like international level, like, and it's not just like your niche, it's like not just Bay Area, it's not just Hong Kong, it's not just like the English speaking Hong Kong people, like you know what I mean, like it's just like like you're just going full horizontal, and I think, I don't know, like I love it, like I mean, dude, like I cannot like tell you like enough like how much it's like, oh, this is so cool, like especially like for me, like after like the whole that like doing like nothing and like not being online, not reading
Mm-hmm.
any of this articles and doing all this stuff and like having a bunch of tabs open and like not even like using my computer, like opening this, I was like, holy shit, this is like, it's like that mine you found, you're like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, and like I can just like keep on digging here, and there's like so much to dig because there's so much data. It's like when I read it like every single calendar day from like for so many months and like it's a whole year, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
like I just like that amount of data was like the amount of the work that he did, I was like, gives me anxiety.
Well, actually, I think that the reason why it took about 2 to 3 weeks, almost a month to complete, is also how exactly how you describe it. Is a lot of anxiety. I made a lot of mistakes. I think this is probably like the 10th version of what I created, and I made a lot of mistakes, a lot of bugs because it turns out Data Google Studio, it doesn't operate in the way that it's the most intuitive. It's just very anti-intuitive, and there's a lot of little nuggets that I need to search on Google for the entire day to just to bug fix it. And yeah, a lot of things are just came up, and I spent a lot of time, like I think I spent most of the time like copying other people's work as well. So this entire design was inspired by like a SEO guru with a very similar approach. So what she does is she connects her report with Google Analytic and Google Search Console. So she does SEO work. So that was the design itself was inspired by here and there, but it took me a while to get here, and a lot of the things I need to figure out on the fly. It's just very very stressful as well. But
I bet. I mean, you can tell like there's been a lot of effort, and like with that amount of data, with that amount of like filters, language, like claps, like heading length, the word, whether or not it has the word product. So like I can imagine like the more you have, obviously, like just probability of like something going wrong or like having some sort of error goes like through the roof too. So I was like, oh my god, I don't know, man. Like it's just like it's amazing. Like really, like good job. Like
thank you.
I think it's pretty awesome. Like I'm like it inspires me. I'm like, all right, dude. Like I kind of want to do like something similar, but like at least just to learn, like how to like use how I can use like this web scraper and do like something, make it like something useful for me, like, and well maybe like do a similar project and like in like a totally like different space or whatever, like I think it's super cool, man. Like
absolutely. Well, I think you could always start off with something that you're very passionate about, or like a specific topic, because even the tutorial of the web scraper, somebody actually scrape, let's say Amazon product price, or anything that gets updated more regular than whatnot. So even as small as just one price, one product and one price, and you could track all down. And I think there is also a lot of data that are already readily available right now outside. Actually, what I would suggest is check Tableau Open. No, Tableau Online. Oh, no, Tableau Public. Yeah, Tableau Public, what they're actually doing is they already connect some public API for you already, which is readily available data for you to interpret with your own way. So if you're looking at something that you just wanted to focus on the design of it, or just understand the data and play around, definitely check that out.
For sure, I will. Thank you.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Looker? What are your thoughts on Looker?
Looker?
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that before.
Oh, check it out. I see they're becoming extremely popular. Like Google just acquired them like 6 months ago for like 2 billion or something like that. And I see a lot of jobs for like data stuff. Like they say like, oh, it's like not required, but like nice to have a Looker certification. And like I see it in a lot of jobs, and I see just like Looker everywhere. Like over the past year, I've known them for like since 2018, I think. But within the last year, like within the last 12 months, they've just like gone wild in terms of their growth and popularity, and now they're part of Google. So which is like again like ties to all of the Google Analytics and the Google's like Data Studio and everything. I'm sure the acquisition happened like only a few months ago. Like so I'm assuming still like like it's not like really fully integrated in Google, and it's probably functioning like pretty much like still independently. But yeah, I suggest you check it out. They also have tons of good resources for free. I think there's like a mini version of their class that you can do, but like they offer like certifications, like for if you're doing like business and like data analytics and that kind of stuff. They have Looker certification, and it's like not just like a random certification you get. Like it's something that is recognized and like very popularized in the industry. So check it out.
Definitely. Thank you for that, because I am now on the website. It's very powerful. It actually gets you to tap into Shopify, Mixpanel, G Suite, Google Ad, even Jira and HubSpot, and whoa, those are very powerful.
Yeah.
And I think because Google Data Studio wasn't actually as powerful as that, because they don't have a lot of connector. They do have connection with any of the SQL database, but not so much in other third-party softwares like Jira or even Mixpanel or anything like that. So, hell yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
Yep, yep, yep. Google bought them for 2.6 billion. So I think they're doing something right.
For a $2.6 billion, hell yeah.
Yeah, they must be.
Yeah. Well, I hope at some point Medium would notice my work, and maybe there's gonna be a conversation there. Maybe.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think like it's just something like that is going to happen. I think it's just like a matter of time.
Yeah.
In one way, like in one form or another. I think like, and the other thing I want to tell you, like I think we've done like an absolutely amazing job, but like again,
Thank
like
you.
knowing how like the internet works and like the clicks and like sometimes it's like sometimes you see a YouTube video and you're like, I have no idea why this YouTube video has like 5 million views and like something like more brilliant has only 1,000 views.
Yeah.
Sometimes also like the algorithm like has to do something with it. So
Mhm.
the only thing that I want to like warn you, like I just want you to know, like I think it's amazing and it's like big value add, but I just don't want you set no expectation or set lower,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean. Like I just don't want
Absolutely.
it like to like be upset basically like from the get go.
Yeah.
And I think it is something that you should definitely post on your website in
Mhm.
a way, not just like an article or whatever, but it's
Mhm.
like as a basically maybe like a website or project of its own, like independent. You know, like
Mhm.
oh, like this is like treat it as a product. I submit it on Product Hunt. I don't know, like you know, like why not? Like as in like maybe you can like isolate to v.1. So like I don't know, like the next version, like
Mhm.
maybe post it on Medium, like kind of like don't just like share it one place and like
Mhm.
let it see what it goes, but kind of like make it from like make it more of a beast. Like maybe make tie all that data studio stuff into
Mhm.
like a Webflow website or whatever, like something like that looks nice or whatever, or like
Mhm.
maybe make a landing page and then people
Mhm.
can click on it and go to the data studio. I don't know, like whatever, like effort versus time makes more sense,
Mhm. Mhm.
but kind of like make it like a basically an independent project, independent product
Mhm.
that people like can use like as a like database, you know, like as
Mhm.
a something that you can always refer to, like a great resource, like so like and like kind of like keep on working on it as like let it have like a life of its own, like
Mhm.
not like, boom, I'm done with this and then like I'm gonna ship it and that's it. Maybe like small like bug fixes and corrections here and there, like
Mhm.
small features like adding, but like kind of like continue push it differently, like as a side project, a separate product, kind of like and see where you get like also like the most like reaction from, like you know, like
Mhm.
and maybe it's something, hey, like maybe it turns into like a course, it maybe turns into like something you can charge for, you know, like
Mhm.
and people can see it, or like they get to see like a small portion of it and it's like if
Mhm.
you want to see the full database or whatever,
Mhm.
here like give me like $2 $5,
Yeah.
like and like get the whole thing for free. I mean like get the whole information. I
Sure.
mean, that's passive income right there, you know, like, I mean, and like, that's the thing, like, you do it once and like people like a year from now, somebody's going to find it. They're like, oh, dude, like, this is great. You know, like, I want
Mhm.
to see $5 is like nothing, like, or $2, nothing. But then like the quantity like builds up and hey, I mean, you have like a passive income source.
Sure.
You have a like personal branding that it just like keeps on working for yourself, you know, like it
Mhm.
doesn't die. So like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, make it so that it has a life of its own, like continuing and like right now it's a baby and like kind of like
Mhm.
growing, you know, like so I think it might be cool. I think you got potential and like and based on the results, maybe
Mhm.
you can like keep on doing it or like start doing it for like similar
Sure.
like product management and then product design and then UI UX maybe like you know like
Mhm.
and then kind of like expand slowly
Mhm.
within that scope,
Yeah.
and you know like it can be a thing, you know, like where you kind of like do these like 20 hours a week. Yeah, it's like actual like a part-time gig, and you I mean and it works for you like all year round, you know, like personal branding, LinkedIn, networking, like passive income. So like I think like you can turn it into like basically mini tiny like a self-run startup
Mhm.
basically. I think it has that potential, man. I think it's great.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think that was also my plan as well. But at some point, I think first is to really post on LinkedIn. This point oh 01 is going to be my sort of a, because I was thinking of this. So, let me know what your thoughts are. My first post is going to be on LinkedIn. I'm not actually going to post the link directly. I'm going to ask people to leave a comment if they actually want to know the insight. So because Google Data Studio doesn't actually track traffic, so it's very hard for me to quantify how many people come to me and check out the website. So the best that I could do is use LinkedIn sort of posts, and also write an article about that on Medium to sort of use an indirect way of tracking my traffic and how much or how many people are actually interested in my project. And I think the way that how I would quantify the success is how many of the quote unquote high profile people did check my profile out and actually check my project out. So for example, boom, fingers crossed, Julia Job, one of the ex-VP of Facebook, she writes a lot on the internet, writes a lot on the Medium. If she did check my project out, I would consider that as a success. Like, in what world of all the insane things happening, why would she come and check my profile out?
Right.
And I would just quantify that as a huge success.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think the term here is relevancy. And absolutely, you're right. And I think if this gains enough traction in itself, and I get more inquiries about it, maybe we could build it, or maybe I could build it into a website, or more of a product in itself. Right now, I think this is more of a MVP for me to really test out what's out there without overcommitting, and really just use it as a conversational piece, because I think a lot of people doesn't know what I do, and I think that's one of my weakness as a product manager who has too many skill sets, is nobody knows what I actually do. And I don't mind that, because I think that's sometimes product manager which has too many feats are good at communicating, but they're not good at branding, because that's weak in branding. We don't have a very solid voice. But being relevant to the world is something that's huge. It's hard to buy, or it's hard to if you're hiring a team of people, it's very hard to find people that are highly relevant to the massive world and the data, the world, and or the digital world. And I think this is something that would help me to actually establish something, as in say, hey, I've got 10 millions of likes in this post, and this is just a glimpse of what the project is about. And I got people coming in and asking for what I do, why I'm doing that, and having interest in. And I think after that, after I got a slightest idea of where this is going, I'm actually going to post it on Product Hunt. So because Product Hunt depends on votes, so I would initially first test my traffic on Medium and LinkedIn first, and then redirect them to Product Hunt when the time is more suitable. Then I'll probably do something about it, and I don't know, maybe I'll fail miserably. Who knows? But I think I'm okay, because this is already interesting in itself, and I think my expectations are pretty low after all these years of failure. I've learned that
that's the way to learn.
I've learned to set my expectations straight. So I wish for the best, of course. We do all wish for the best, but I'm prepared to be anywhere.
Yeah. One thing that you just said, like one of your last sentences, that I was like, I see like how pure and how genuine all this was. It's that you just said it's interesting by itself. So that as in like you put all this huge amount of work, and that maybe like 2-3 people, let's say 2-3 people might see it, but it's like you had like so much joy and fun and like doing this. So it's like important to you, and you're like, all right, I've done it. Like I don't care if everyone sees it. Like I made it. For me, like I got like all the like I don't care about the 10 millions. Like internally, you got all that. I don't know, like joy, like and like the prize, like that I did this.
Absolutely.
And I think that's like key also. Like that internal is just like so powerful, like that. Because somebody's like, oh, why would you waste your time to do it? But it's just like, no, dude, you don't get it. Like this is like, I don't know, like my baby, like like I love this. Like this is like, and I had so much fun doing this. So it's like that's very cool. So I think like that's like the motivation is right, is like execution is good, and it's just like it like just claps like, to you, you know, like there's
Thank
definitely
you.
one person like who appreciates and like who that like doesn't appreciate just like the website, but also like just the work behind it, like knowing like and not like obviously like I definitely like are better expert in like in all of this better than me, but it's just like knowing like being in the tech field and all that, like knowing like how much like or like having an idea of how much work that is,
Sure.
like yeah, like definitely your work is appreciated.
Thank you. That means a lot to me because this is still unpublished work, and you know, it's people like you know, that encourage me to go and you know, stay in the game. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, and let me know if like anything I can do, like share it, like I'm sure maybe you are on like the PM school Slack community, this and that,
Mhm.
like we can like share it in different places and like I don't know, I see you said you cannot really track with data, but like with a Bitly or whatever, just to see if somebody like even clicked on it. Happy to help in any way I can, and
Thank
I don't remember. I haven't really hunted anything on like product hunt,
you.
but because I usually see like product of the day, and it's like the like let's say it's your product. Usually, the way I've seen it is like you're not the one who hunted the product.
Yeah.
Like somebody like in a case like I posted on product hunt, you know, like and then like you know like I'm like, oh my god, guys, like check this out or whatever. Like so,
Yeah.
like I don't know why I've seen it like that. Like I don't know why people do that. Like do you know?
I have no idea. Not sure as
Okay.
well.
Okay, check it out. Maybe like do like a tiny research. I'll read about it to see
Sure.
if that's the right way to do it. Like you don't post your own project, but which makes sense to me. Like you would post your own project, but I've just seen a lot like people like find a cool product. They're like, oh my god, like you know, like this should totally go on Product Hunt, and like they're the hunter, like they're the ones who posted on Product Hunt, and then it goes like viral or whatever. And then I've seen at least 2 startups that they were not the ones who posted their product on Product Hunt, and like it became product of the day. Like the CEO like started getting notification. He was like, oh, we didn't even know somebody posted us on Product Hunt, you know. So that also happened. So like happy to be your hunter if that's needed, but like I said, like let's research and see what's the right move there, you know.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. I would love.
I check out Product Hunt like very like often, but I usually like just check out to see like for like as an inspiration, kind of like see cool ideas, but I don't usually go and like comment or do anything. So like I don't have a whole lot of experience in terms of like I just go and like check out ideas. But like I mean like dude, like use me however we can, like in a resource like sharing or whatever with my tiny network, because I don't have 100 people like adding to me every day.
You could do that too. That's relatively cheap, and as long as you have the energy to reply them, then you're good to go. Yeah, but
Yeah, no,
yeah, thank you. I'll take you on upon that, and because I definitely need all the help that I need, and I would really appreciate that.
And I'm looking for something like it's like one more thing to do. So just like ping me. Like I am like this week is gonna be like me like opening that door to the world wide web, you know, like to the internet, and like see okay like what's new, you know, like I'm back, you know, like and like I'm literally like scared to check my LinkedIn because I know like there's gonna be like tons of notification in terms of like I mean random notifications. Like I'm like a few messages, not a lot, but like I just like know it's been like a big break. And I will get on Notion. I will check out like I haven't forgot about that. I'll check out Notion and the things that we wanted to do. We can sync up just so I'm not bullshitting and I'm not just like saying things that we don't follow up. Let's put maybe a quick sync on Wednesday, so that way it's like midweek, and then I'll check out Notion, and then we can just like do a quick sync and like maybe brainstorm if that's what we want to do. Do we have the time? How much time we want to like contribute? Like we want to like allocate to that. Maybe it's something that we do like 3 hours a week, just like literally on the side, you know, like and see where that takes us and what it will turn into if it turns into something. And we can talk about it on Wednesday because like I do want to like see like go back online and like see Notion and kind of like also check out LinkedIn, like Lunch Club and this and that. Like I haven't been on any of this stuff, so I think like Wednesday will be a good time to like just like touch bases and just like do a quick sync on that thing particularly, and then we can chat about like whatever we want to.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. Like, let me know what's the best time. It's either your nighttime and my daytime, or vice versa.
Uh,
So
since I was like so like you were more flexible and you were like agreeing to my time.
mhm.
It's your turn. Like tell me time and I'll do my best to like basically make be flexible and go make it. So what is a better time to you for you?
Good question. Let me see. Let me double check that. Because I'm in the process of looking for a job, and I think there are a few of them that are coming very close to having an offer. So I can't really say that I could be. Well, there are some time that are more free than others.
Okay, you
Um,
can also say like this week is looking busy. I'm like I know I'm not gonna like this is basically gonna be the last thing on my list, and which is okay. I will do my side, and like it will basically give me more time to like research, think, and like and all this stuff.
sure.
And then if next week works better, you think it will be free. More than happy to move it to next week too.
Yeah. No, let me see. So how about this? Give me a little time. I need
Oh yeah,
to,
dude. Yeah,
yeah,
text me and then
yeah.
yeah,
I'll sit on that because I definitely want to meet regularly. That's definitely on the table. It's just whether I wanted to do it in the morning or in the evening, or if there's any time that's more, acceptable for both of us. So
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
probably propose one or two different time slot, and we could think of it and think around and see which one fits better.
yeah. And we can do something given like one week we do Tuesday morning my time, and then like next like the 1 week like Wednesday afternoon, like Wednesday evening, like kind of like alternating, like like one morning, one evening, just like to make it fair for both of us. Or if there's one time that works for both, like that's the best. But we can like alternate too. Like we do like Tuesdays 9 a.m. and then like another week like Thursdays like at 8 p.m. or whatever. I don't know. Like I'm just throwing random things at you, but
Hmm. Yeah.
good luck with the interviews, dude. That's awesome.
Thank
I'm
you.
assuming everything is full remote like positions.
Sorry, what?
I said I'm assuming everything is full remote positions.
So they're
Oh,
mostly, yeah, mostly local job.
oh, interesting.
I want to do remote jobs as well. I was hoping to move back to Canada at some point. Not sure how that's going to turn out, and I think the family burden is on, like, to support the family. The burden of supporting the family is on my shoulders, so I can't really move without a plan, or move without a sort of a really safe cushion for me to do so. And
Understandable,
yeah,
totally understandable, and like, good job.
yeah.
But if Canada is on the table, where would that be in Canada?
Anywhere that
Oh,
pays. I think I'm more
okay.
than willing. Yeah, I think I'm just going after the money. Like, to be very honest, is just going
Yeah,
after the money. And
yeah. There's I read it somewhere. It was really interesting. I might have told you this too, but like job versus work. Job
hmm,
is literally just show up, like do your shit, do your work, like do your job,
yeah,
get out. Like you don't care. Like it's just literally your job, basically, like you said, like something that you exchange your time with, like
yeah,
to make money. But work, like that project right there, like that you did, is your work. Like as in like the thing you're passionate about, the
yeah.
thing you want to create and do, like what you're meant to do in life. So
Absolutely.
if you can combine it, I mean, hell yeah, like like if you
Yeah,
can do that, awesome. But like I mean, like we live in the like I mean, it's expensive to live. It's expensive to exist, and it's hard to be rich, but it's harder, I think, to be broke. To be honest, so
that's very true. I think that
um,
that's something that I was, sort of a realization too. It's that it doesn't really necessary that I have to combine, like as you said, work and job. And I think right now I'm okay with doing my job and do the things that I'm more passionate about on the side, because there's so many options out there. And I think one of the reasons why I opt for a digital path is because of this, which I could do stuff outside of work.
yeah,
So, I mean, it's definitely, if those two can combine together, that's definitely a perfect match. I'm more happy to live that kind of life, but sadly, it's not a reality that I could easily live in. So,
I mean, also, right? Again, it's a matter of time. I feel like if you're active, like like they said, like oh, some people get lucky,
hmm,
which I agree with. You need to get lucky and all that, but also like there's so many things you can do to get lucky. Like
yes,
one of the things is this project, and you said like the person, like the ex Facebooker, like if she checks out your article, like oh, I got lucky, but it's like not really. You put in like hard work,
yeah,
like and so like more you do, the probability of you getting lucky gets higher. And obviously like one of these projects, like if it like skyrockets and shoots, like then like it might even get to the point where you can like quit your job and like do this like full time and like expanding your other projects and like fully work on the things you're passionate about, and there you go. Like that's how you can combine job and work.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, and if you have any projects working on hand, or if you're thinking of going about, let me know. I'm gonna be. I would want to see if there's anything that you're very passionate about, and
Sure.
just going after it.
For sure. Yeah, I do have a couple of things, and I'm probably gonna like. And I mean, honestly, they're not even in my notebook. Like they're like so like they're super raw, but I'll try to do maybe like a little bit of research here and there and like and whatever, and like obviously and like kind of like bounce some ideas with you to
Yeah.
see what do you think. And yeah, I mean like I am a little like okay with like I kind of like embrace it. I was like, you know what? Like I was talking to my friend and like he has like 2 full-time jobs and he's like, like and because he has to support his family and all this stuff and like I mean he also like let's be clear, like he also like chose that life, like that he needs like that much income to like support his family, but I'm nobody to judge. Like, we're just talking to him and he was like, and he's also in tech and he's like, oh, I wish I could do this, do that, and it was like it kind of like made me realize like in a way how lucky I am and embrace that I have the time now to try literally anything, and if that fails, I can just like basically land a job. So like I have like a small cushion that I can like a small buffer zone that I can still work, like basically like try something, really go hard. It's okay if it fails, and then like I can like go back on the market and like instead of like feeling like low, feeling down and all this stuff, I'm like that, like I need to use that as a fuel, like to like really inspire me, like you're doing amazing like stuff and like while working full time, and like my friend is like he wishes he could have like some free time on a side project, but he can't because of like the circumstances in life. And I'm just like, I have all this time and this opportunity, yet I'm like being a schmuck and like I'm not doing anything, like, and I get it, like sometimes you just like feel low and like that's okay, but I really want to like I don't know, it just kind of hit me like when I was talking to my friend about it. I was like, you know what, like screw it, like I have this little buffer, like I'm not even gonna like try to like go crazy, go hard and like looking for a job. I'm gonna do it like if I was, let's say, doing it like 50-80% of my time, now I'm gonna do it like much less and then just like focus on those projects, see where it goes. If it goes like it's career capital one way or another, it's experience one way or another. So like like in a way, like if I can like, and everything is remote, everything is closed here, so it's like, all right, like I'll just do it and see where this goes.
Sure. Yeah, I'm more than happy to see where it's going to take you, and I think you have a very great characteristic, and I definitely hope that and you definitely have a way to connect with people, and I definitely hope to see something that that inspires you and that would bring you to another level.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, let's regroup. I think that's it's better.
So I think the ball is on your side.
Yeah.
You will check out calendar and let me know what's like a couple of times that works, and then we can reconnect. Meanwhile, text me if you have any ideas, anything you want me to do with your. I will poke around a little more, but and give you like some feedback. Maybe if like something's confusing, UA, UX, whatever, any feedback I have.
Yeah.
And let me know if I can like share it somewhere like after you start sharing, or like at some point in the future, like you shared it, and then like because like the only place I was really thinking was the couple of Slack communities I was in, and see like if anybody is, because I know a couple of people that would find it really interesting. Like I mean, I took this class at Stanford, and like the teacher has like a small Slack group with only a few hundred people, and I know a couple of people write articles, and they're in hardware product management. So like I know they would definitely like love to check it out. So maybe I can just DM them and ask them to check out your profile. Like basically, like you think how you want me to be your ambassador, whether just like through like as simple as Bit the link, or like you want me to message them and tell them about this opportunity, and like they can check out your LinkedIn, like, or just send them the LinkedIn page and then they can comment and get, I don't know, like you think about it. That's your problem, not my problem. Let me know how you want to do it, and I'll do it.
I appreciate that. Like really, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem, dude. Like, I mean, like it's amazing work, and I would love to help to get it like more recognition, and like, and I think it will. Like, I think without like 5 people that are like that I might be able to bring. Like I think without that, this is gonna like be a good asset like and value to a lot of people.
Yeah, let's keep in touch. I'll get back to you with the time, and
For
I'll
sure.
let you know how you could help. And I really appreciate that. And definitely let me know if there's anything that I could do for you, not in just return or not for because I need
Yeah,
your
of course.
input, but in
For sure.
general, just let me know.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.